Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome to Halloween at my house. So, obviously, today is Halloween, as you have guessed by the title, and that means that tomorrow is my birthday. Now, I have my birthday off from work. I always make sure I try and book my birthday off if I can get it from work. And so today I really wanted to go around the whole house and do a bit of a reset. The house is, well, it's pretty untidy at the moment. I've been trying to film a lot of videos and shorts and things for this channel and for my other channel, and I've been doing, all the housework, all of the cooking, going to work, running errands. There's been a lot going on this week and the house has really suffered. So I thought today would be the perfect day to try and get everything kind of taken care of so that tomorrow I do not have to wake up on my birthday to a whole bunch of housework that I really, really am not going to want to do. So I'm starting off up in the bedroom. I'm not going to do the whole bedroom right now because it's currently, when I was filming this, it was 6 a.m. and I didn't really want to wake the whole household with me making loads of noise and hoovering and things in my room. So all I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to change the bedding really quickly. I've altered the angle that the electric blanket is on. So I have a cool side and a warm side, kind of like a little reptile. I can change and kind of regulate my temperature as I'm sleeping like that. So I thought I would change the bedding this morning as my first job so that I have time before I go to work this afternoon to get the old bedding through the wash and dried and put into the cupboard ready for when I change it again at the end of the week. So I figured I would start with that first. I love fresh bedding day, and I really love the idea of having a nice lay-in tomorrow with a birthday tea that my son usually makes for me and just sitting in my nice cozy fresh bedding that smells amazing and just waking up slowly and just having a nice, birthday lay-in. So I'm doing that. I've sped it up a little bit more for this bit because it took me forever to get these pillows into their cases and to get the duvet on. I don't know if I'm just out of sorts today or if it was being particularly difficult or something, but I'm normally way quicker at getting like pillowcases on and duvet covers on. One of the pillows that I did put on was a brand new one, so that kind of explains why that one was a little bit more difficult. Obviously it's that little bit more fluffy, it's a little bit more difficult to get into a pillowcase, but even like the duvet gave me trouble. So this is a new winter duvet. I've switched over from my summer one to my winter one today. I did go out and buy I did order from Amazon a duvet protector to go underneath the actual duvet cover, and it's actually really nice, good quality. You probably could put it on the bed just as is, but I really wanted that extra kind of layer of protection for the duvet. I am having more mornings where I'm having a cup of tea in bed, and if I do spill, I would like to be able to kind of just take that cover off rather than having to wash the whole duvet. Like I say, this is a big heavy winter duvet, so it can't just go in the washing machine. This has to go either to the dry cleaners for cleaning or to the bath, and I have to kind of soak it in the bathtub, which is a nightmare to dry after that. So yeah, put the protector on there just as that extra little level of coverage for me so that I don't have to wash it in the bathtub again. I did wash it in the bathtub over the summer and I don't want to repeat it. I think I would rather buy a new duvet than have to wash it in the bathtub again. I was watching videos of people doing like laundry stripping and stuff, and I thought, oh, that looks so much fun. Wouldn't that be amazing to do on the big duvet for the bedroom? It's not fun. It might make a nice video, but it's not fun because you cannot dry it. It's just impossible. You can't lift it in order to hang it. You can't kind of wring it out. It's just too big and cumbersome. Would not recommend trying to wash a winter king size duvet in the bathtub. Would not recommend. I think it took it about a week in the end to actually dry out properly, but fortunately it didn't get that kind of musty wet smell, so that was a bonus. So while I'm waiting for everybody else in the house to wake up, I'm just going to pop downstairs and do the rooms down there, the kitchen and the lounge. I'm not going to go like massively in depth, it's just a little freshen up and reset today, but I will be doing a winter deep clean very, very soon. It won't be as in depth as like the spring clean or anything like that, but I do want to have a really good go through before I put all my Christmas decorations up. They are likely to be going up probably around mid to late November. I tend to put mine up a little bit earlier than most people just because I have to make, you know, the video for YouTube, and I like to give you guys inspiration and ideas and things like that. So I do need to go through and do a lovely deep clean on each room before I put the decorations up. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to take a week per room and just kind of get to all the ins and outs of the rooms without going too crazy, just to make sure that they are taken care of. I think the last two rooms I will do are the kitchen and the lounge because they are the most heavy used. I'll probably start with like the bedrooms, the stairs and landing, things like that, and we'll gradually build up to having the whole house clean. So today I picked up the new flash spray wipe done, I think it's in like sugar plum or something like that. I feel like it's a Mrs. Hinch scent. It smells lovely. It's just that little bit festive but still quite autumnal because it's plum. You've got that lovely berry and it's not too strong. It's just really nice. I'm probably going to get some more of this to keep me going until I do that winter clean. But I will be making videos of that anyway, and I'll probably switch over to my Christmas cleaning supplies then. I have already started to get a few bits in. I've got some, which one is it? The cinnamon Zoflora, which is my favourite Christmas scent of all the Zofloras, is the cinnamon one. I've also got a couple of plugins, just bits and bobs like that. I'm gradually gathering to me these lovely Christmas scented cleaning things. I'm so excited to start using those. But yeah, just testing a few out today to see how it goes. But I think this sugar plum, although I think it's supposed to be a Christmas scent, it's definitely perfect for this kind of this interim bit between Halloween and Christmas, when you're like, you don't really want to get the Christmas scents out just yet, but you do want that little hint that Christmas is coming. At least I do anyway. So I'm going to be using that in the kitchen from now until the decorations go up. So as you can see, my cooker top was an absolute mess. I am still kind of meal prepping for the kids before I go to work, and then they are warming stuff up as and when they are ready for it in the evening. It's working quite well, but I do tend to come back to a messy cooker, so I do need to do that quite frequently. But the good news is I am still very much enjoying cleaning this cooker top. I like that I get a before and after with this. It's one of the things that motivates me the most to clean, is when I can clean something and it actually looks like it's been cleaned. My old cooker, you know, you could clean it all day long and it would dry out and still you would have the ring marks on top of the kind of glass top, and it used to make me so angry and so unmotivated to clean it. Whereas this one, you give it a wipe down, you put some stainless steel cleaner on it and it looks good as new. The only things that I'm struggling with this particular hob with a little bit are the kind of burner caps, those black burner caps that you can see on the right hand side. They have marks on them that I can't seem to get off. I've tried elbow grease, I've tried just normal washing up liquid in very hot water, I've tried pink stuff paste, I've tried all sorts of things and I can't seem to get those marks off. I don't know if it's like burning, I don't know if it's oil that has kind of absorbed, I don't know if they've got that coating on it that the oven has, where it kind of absorbs the things and then burns them off. I'm not sure, but they never look clean. It's a little bit annoying, but the main cooker does, and that's fine for me. So moving on now to the worktops. I've started doing this the wrong way round again. I have noticed. I used to start with the washing up and then move on to the worktops, and it doesn't really work because I end up finding things on the worktops that need to be washed up. in this instance, I found that the slow cooker pot hadn't been washed up. So that then had to be soaked. The teaspoons for the tea had to be washed, and that hadn't been washed either. So I need to get back to doing worktops first and then doing the dishes. I think I've just got myself so ingrained in this habit now over all these years of doing the dishes first that I'm finding it difficult to kind of remember, no, Kerry, worktops first works significantly better. Now you might notice a couple of teeny weeny changes in the kitchen, nothing crazy, but I do have my new kettle. I am very glad to say that I have gotten rid of that Breville kettle. A Breville? Not Breville, the other one. Oh my gosh, what are they called? You know, the filter ones. It's not Breville. Anyway, the filter kettle, that's gone. And I've also gotten rid of the old silicone utensils. There was nothing majorly wrong with them, but the handles would always kind of slide off, and they were a bit dark in colour for me, so I've got these lovely kind of, I think it's described as like a greige set of utensils, which I'm much happier to have. I also bought a bar that you put onto the wall that you can hang them from. I did buy it in a copper, but it's turned up and I hate it. I hate the colour of it. But fortunately I have some champagne gold spray paint, so when we get a nice day I'm going to take that out into the back garden with some cardboard, and I'm just going to spray paint that champagne gold. I feel like that's going to fit in a little bit better with what we've got, or maybe even silver actually. We've got a lot of silver in the kitchen already. I really did want some copper tones in there, but I don't know how that's going to sit with the stainless steel, so I might just go with silver for it. I think silver is actually going to look the best, isn't it? Yeah, I'll do it silver. But yeah, that will soon be hanging. I'm going to try and pick up the oak shelves soon. I have been wanting 2 raw edge oak floating shelves above my sink since the minute this kitchen was put in. And my husband doesn't really like floating shelves, and I understand why. He says they always seem to lean forward a little bit, and they do, but I still kind of want them. So I'm going to pick some up soon. I'm going to have a handyman install them because I'm a little bit worried about drilling into that wall back there with all the pipes and the electricals and stuff like that. And then I'm going to mount the bar for the utensils on the bottom of one so they can hang as we're drying them up. They can just hang straight up and then we're ready to go. So another thing I've been trying to do each week at the moment is run down the fridge to practically nothing the day before the delivery. So I have my food delivered every Friday if I can, unless I'm working. And so I run down the fridge as much as I can through the week so that I can come in and give it a wipe down like I am now once a week. And then once a month I will give it a full proper deep clean. And it seems to be working so far. I quite like that I've got enough space in the fridge. Before I used to just ram it full and there would be so much stuff in there that we'd forgotten about that had been pushed to the back or we weren't using. So I had a really good clear out of it, and I've only been ordering what we need for the week, and then I have been running it down and then just giving it a clean out at the end of the week, and it seems to be working perfectly. I'm also going to clean the front of the fridge today. I do this maybe 2 or 3 times a week, just with some stainless steel spray. This is the method one. I'm still loving it. It's still serving its purpose really, really well. And then on top of the fridge, well, not on top, but on the front of the fridge, I have this little magnetic board with Monday to Sunday on it. And I put all of the week's meals on there so I know what I'm cooking each day, so I'm not getting flustered. And so the kids know what they're cooking, what they're warming up rather, most days. So I'm just knocking off yesterday's, and then when the delivery comes in tomorrow morning, I will change all of these over so that they can see what's coming next week. We have 2 birthdays this week. We have mine tomorrow on the 1st and my daughter's on the 3rd of November as well. So we have a couple of birthday meals that we need to do. It's also my sister's birthday this week too, so happy birthday Raquel if you're watching. I hope you have a good day. I don't know if I'm actually going to see you before your birthday now. I don't think I will, but have a great day if you do. I'll chat to you anyway. But yeah, November just goes crazy for birthdays in our family. I don't know what it is about November, but we have so many November birthdays. And then it's all nice and quiet till my eldest daughter's birthday in January, and then we have loads and loads of time until my son's birthday in October. But yeah, this is an expensive week. We used to do a takeaway. Whoever's birthday it was would be allowed to choose the takeaway, and that would be what we had for dinner, and then there'd be a birthday cake in that as well. But it's just so expensive to get a takeaway these days, that I have decided that I'm going to make some chicken burgers inspired by a particular worldwide global fried chicken takeaway, as I'm sure you know what that is. And then my daughter wants a birthday tea, so she's got a lot coming actually tomorrow that I've got to prepare and cook on Sunday for her birthday tea. But it should be really nice. I'm just being very careful to make sure that they have decent, healthy, from scratch meals the rest of the week, because I don't want too many cheeky dinners in one week. I think 2 is enough. So here I'm just finishing up the kitchen. I'm not going to be taking the bins out today. I have given them a wipe down, as you saw earlier, but I'm not going to be taking them down today because I am perilously low on bin bags and they're not full yet. I will take that cardboard box out later on though, before I go to work, just to make sure that's out of the way, because if I leave that where it currently is, nobody will put anything in the bin. It's like a magic trick. Nobody can possibly move the empty cardboard box, and so it will stay there forever. So I'll just finish the mopping in here, and that's that. On to the next room. So the next room today is going to be the lounge. I did have a little bit of a tidy up when I got up this morning because there was a lot of stuff in here before I started filming. So there's not too much to do right now, but I'm going to go around and do a few jobs that I've been putting off, like cleaning this table. When I came down this morning, this table was absolutely covered in like air drying modelling clay. My daughters were both sitting making little bits out of clay last night, and they left them to dry on the coffee table, but they also left everything that they'd used to make the models also to dry on my coffee table, including paint. So I really wanted to get that cleared off and done. And while I've got the glass spray out, I'm just going to go around and do the mirrors, I'm going to do the TV, and I'm going to do the front of the fireplace, like it's got a glass panel on it where the fire is behind. So I'm being very, very gentle with the TV. There probably is special sprays and stuff for TVs, but I find glass spray, as long as you're not spraying it directly onto the TV, seems to work fine. No problem at all. Fireplace though, the fireplace gets so dusty. I'm wondering if it's a static thing, because I've always had this issue. Ever since I got my first electric fireplace, I was constantly dusting it, and now is no exception. I was hoping it would be better with this one, but I guess not. Static wins, it's always dusty. So I'm going around now with my Method wood polish. It's in the almond scent. I'm still loving it. It's still really nice. It doesn't linger around for too long, and it's very gentle and subtle when you do it. So I try and use it on as many surfaces as I can really get away with. So just heading over to the fireplace now and getting the top of that done with the Method spray again. I'm thinking I am going to take the what do you call it, the garland. I bought an autumn garland to put around my candle bridge that's on my fireplace, and it didn't quite work, so I ended up having to cut it into pieces, attach the pieces together, and then kind of cable tie those to the candle bridge in order to make like a nice little autumn bit around the candle bridge. But I'm feeling like I'm almost ready to put my autumn stuff away. I think I might do that when I go around and do the clean, actually. Yeah, I will. I will do a deep clean and de-autumn with me ready for Christmas. One thing that I do also have to do, as I'm sure you can see, didn't realise it was that bad actually, is wash the carpets. The carpets definitely need to wash. I think what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to go over them first with the small little carpet shampooer, upholstery cleaner, and then I'm going to go over with the big boy, and then I'm going to come back over it with the small one again, just to make sure I've got as much of this clean as possible. Obviously, it being autumn outside, it's wet pretty much all of the time, and so when people are coming in and not taking their shoes off, we end up with, you know, dirty carpets. So I want to give those a really good clean. Again, I will film that. I might do a long form of it and a little short as well, just for a little satisfying watch. I am trying to get more shorts out at the moment. I'm trying to do them daily, but week by week that's going to fluctuate. But I am trying to get more shorts out so that you guys have got bits and bobs to watch between the long videos. I'm aware that it's taking longer for me to get the long videos out, and it's not because I'm not filming. It's actually really frustrating me. I start filming in the mornings and then I end up being distracted by errands or cooking or, you know, something I've got to do or somewhere I've got to go, and I don't end up finishing it. So the next morning I have to start over again because all the mess is back, and it just takes forever to get a video out. So yeah, that's why it's been taking so long. I'm still here, I'm still filming, it's taking some time. So now that a few more people in the house are awake, I've moved upstairs. I've had the heating on, so it's getting very warm. I've taken my jumper off, and it's time to get down and dirty in the bathroom. Now, the bathroom was an absolute mess. This morning when I went in, I did actually lose my temper a little bit with it, but now I've found out why. So my eldest daughter was in here. She was having a shower. She just got out of the shower and noticed a apparently whomping great spider in the bathroom, and so legged it and didn't bother to tell anybody that it was there. She left all her stuff in there. She left the bath dirty because she didn't want to be in the room with this spider. I discovered it when I went in this morning, so that was fun, but it's not nearly as massive as it was made out to be. I mean, I guess if you're in the shower and you see a spider coming at you, any spider's going to look massive. Certainly I would have shot out of there as well. But yeah, I'll deal with the spider once I finish cleaning. It really wasn't that big of a deal. So at least she had a reason for leaving all her stuff out. With these big shampoo and conditioner bottles, see, they seemed like such a good idea at the time. They really did, because we get through shampoo and conditioner so fast. Like, honestly, we will get through 2 bottles of each week quite happily, and probably still be needing more by the time the shop comes around, and it's getting really expensive. So I ended up buying those big bottles of the Dove shampoo and conditioner. My hair likes the Dove shampoo and conditioner, so it seemed like a really good idea, but I don't know. They always seem to be covered in hair, and they're kind of sticky where people have kind of pushed the plungers and it's kind of dripped onto the bottle, and it's really difficult to get off once it dries. So I'm thinking we're going to go back to just having bottles in the rack, and I'm just going to have to put up with the cost, I think. I definitely need to educate my children onto how much shampoo and conditioner they need to be using realistically, because, you know, there's only 4 of us. We shouldn't be getting through 2 bottles of shampoo and conditioner each week, but somehow we are. But yeah, I think those bottles are going to be going, and that will leave the back of the bath open and not looking so cluttered and horrible anymore. So that will be a definite plus too. So moving on to the sink now. I'm just using my Flash lemon spray. I get the concentrate and make it up into a dilution in an old bottle, and I just go around with that for most of the house, to be fair. Certainly the toilet and bathroom, I like them to smell kind of lemony fresh when we're finished. I don't know if that will change for Christmas. Probably not. I think lemony fresh in the bathroom and the toilet feels right. So yeah, probably just continue on with that. So I'm just going to finish it off by mopping the floor today, and then I do get rid of Mr. Spider, so don't worry. I didn't want to film that though, because you'd see me being a great big wuss. Because it wasn't that big of a spider, but you know when they're above you and they're in a corner, and it's like, you're going to fall on me, aren't you? It didn't in the end. It actually behaved itself very well for a little spider, and it got popped outside in the hedge underneath the window. So I'd be perfectly happy there. I'm in no doubt that it will make its little way back in again, and I will keep ejecting it for as long as I need to until it gets the picture. So moving on now to the last room that is going to be cleaned today. I do need to go around and do some general tidying, some putting away, which obviously I will film and add to the video after this. But for the actual cleaning, this will be it for today. So if you're only here for the cleaning, once I'm done with the loo, you're good to go. I'm just going to be just kind of resetting things, doing silly little things, putting out new towels, changing the sponges, putting bits away from where I've been filming, things like that are just going to be what I'm doing to finish off before I head off to work. And then I have to make dinner. I really must. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for them today. They haven't had fish in a while, so I'm thinking maybe I've got some smoked haddock in the freezer. Ooh, and I've got some rice in the cupboard. They can have smoked haddock and rice. Perfect, because we're having a naughty dinner tomorrow. So they can have a good dinner today, so that they are not just spoilt little brats food-wise. So I'm going round the toilet as I usually do with Zoflora wipes. Again, they are in the scent lemon. Oh no, they're not. These ones are springtime, I think, still. But I do usually pick up the lemon. I think I must have got confused when I grabbed these because they're in the yellow packet. But I think these ones are actually springtime. They still smell lovely. But I'm just going to go around the toilet and get that all cleaned down with those. I try not to use microfibers anymore with the toilet. I used to use them all the time, and there's no issue with it as long as you are washing them at a decent high temperature. But I find it's just easier to use the wipes. I know it's not very environmentally friendly, so I'm very conscious of that. But when you're using the microfibers, you do have to be quite careful that they're not touching anything else, that they're not spreading kind of germs and bacteria from the toilet around the place. And the way things are at the moment, the way my head is, I'm just kind of not paying enough attention to things to make sure that nasty bugs and bacteria aren't spreading. So although I wash my cloths very hot, I just can't risk it, especially at this time of year when there's so many lurgies doing the round. It's just so much easier to use the wipes. I know it's not very cost effective, I know it's not environmentally friendly, and I would like to kind of address that as I'm going forward. I'm thinking maybe if I buy some cloths that are just one colour, like some blue ones, a big pack of blue ones, then I know that they are the ones that I've used for the toilet, and I won't use them anywhere else. It will just be toilet ones, and then that way I'll be able to keep a track of them. I'm also thinking about putting like a little tiny mini bin behind the toilet that I can pop them in, maybe with some sterilising fluid in, like you do with babies' nappies, you know, with the reusable ones of course. But yeah, definitely something that I need to look at as I'm going forward, so that I'm not wasting so much money and damaging the environment with these wipes. Okay, so it's time for a bit of tidying up in the bedroom. This is all the Christmas stuff that I pulled out a couple of days ago to film a early bird Christmas haul, which is over on my other channel. I will link it below if you're interested in having a look at all the goodies that I picked up this year. But currently I'm tripping over them all in the bedroom, so it's time to put them back downstairs in the chaise where I have been hiding them for all of this time. There are a few bits still in the chaise. It's kind of little bits and bobs of food that I can pick up early, things like tins of chocolates and stuff like that. I actually found a tin of Rose's chocolates. So I'm excited to have that for Christmas. I'm going to keep hold of that tin and just refill it each year. I don't like the plastic boxes. They don't feel the same. The tins are lovely and surely more sustainable, right? But anyway, I'm popping everything back in here just willy-nilly as I can get it in here. There's not a huge amount of room in here, but it's the only place that I really have that's properly out of the way to put these Christmas bits for the time being, and they will be out again relatively soon, but not soon enough to keep them in the bedroom. Once Christmas is done, I have some lovely big boxes that are currently in the loft that I'm going to be renting a storage locker for in the new year. So I'll have a small storage locker where I'll keep all my seasonal decor so that we don't have stuff in the loft. The landlord doesn't want us to be storing things in the loft. That's completely fine. I've said to them, can we have till New Year to get rid of the Christmas bits? And they've said absolutely. So that's perfectly fine. I will be moving those to a storage locker next year, but I've got plenty of room in them nice big boxes for all of the Christmas stuff from this year as well. So I'm just going to go around and do a couple of little mini reset bits, little restock bits, popping a new head on the Dishmatic, a fresh sponge, fresh towel in the kitchen, a fresh towel and flannel in the bathroom, and I'm going to pop down a new bathroom mat. And then after that, all I've really got left to do is laundry. I've got a lot of laundry. There's no way it's all getting done today, but I don't really mind running the washing machine tomorrow. It's not like it's really housework. It just kind of ticks over all by itself, so I'll be happy with that. Oh, almost forgot. I have to put the throw on the sofa. There's nothing like a leather sofa for a chilly bum in the autumn, I tell you. I couldn't wait to get this throw through the wash today. So it's gone through this morning, it's just come out of the dryer. I'm going to pop it back on the sofa, and that's going to call it done for today, I think. I'm running very, very low on time, and I still have to make dinner for the kids. So yeah, just do these last little restocks and that will be it for today, I think. It's been a lovely morning actually. I've quite enjoyed getting all of this done, and it's going to be so nice to wake up tomorrow and not have to look at all the stuff that still needs to be done. I can have a nice lay-in with my tea, a nice leisurely breakfast, and everything will be perfect. Okay guys, so that's going to be it for today. I was hoping to get a little bit more done in the way of kind of resetting, maybe a few little restocks and stuff, but I've run out of time and I've got to do dinner for the kids before I head off to work. So I really hope that you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you will join me again very, very soon for our winter deep cleans. I'm really excited about that. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.